You are sitting there right now, and I know exactly how you feel. I know what is happening inside your chest. It feels tight. It feels like something is just sitting on you, pushing the air right out of your lungs, and you cannot figure out how to get out from under it. You are stressed. You are stressed out of your mind, and you are pretending like you are not. You are sitting there scrolling, looking for something, looking for somebody to say the exact right thing that is going to click in your head and make this heavy feeling go away. You want a way out. Well, I am going to give it to you, but I need you to understand something right up front. I am not going to sugarcoat this for you. I am not going to give you some cute little quote that you can put on a picture of a sunset and post it online so people can comment little heart emojis under it. That is not what this is. This is real talk. This is the kind of conversation you have with somebody who really loves you, sitting at a kitchen table at 2 o'clock in the morning when everybody else is asleep and the truth is finally allowed to come out. You hear me? So if you are not ready for the truth, you need to turn this off right now. But if you are tired, if you are genuinely exhausted from carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, you just sit right there and you listen to every single word I am about to say to you. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you actually woke up and felt good? I am not talking about waking up because the alarm clock went off and you dragged yourself out of the bed because you had to. I am talking about waking up with a little jump in your spirit. When was the last time you felt peace? Really think about it, because for most of you, you cannot even remember. You have been running on fumes for so long that you think being tired is just who you are. You think feeling anxious is just a normal part of life. You think walking around with a knot in your stomach because you do not know how you are going to pay that bill, or how you are going to fix that relationship, or how you are going to get out of the mess you are currently in. You think that is just what being an adult looks like. Let me tell you something right now. That is a lie. That is an absolute lie that you have accepted because you have been beaten down for so long that you do not even remember what winning feels like. Stress is not a badge of honor. Being overwhelmed does not mean you are working hard. It just means you are out of alignment. It means you are carrying things you were never designed to carry. You are stressed because you are trying to control things you have absolutely no control over. You are stressed because you are living in tomorrow and next week and next month and next year, all while completely ignoring the only thing you actually have any power over, which is right now. You are sitting in your car in the parking lot of your job, and before you even put the key in the ignition, your mind is racing about the meeting you have on Thursday, the mortgage payment that is due on the 1st, the argument you had with your partner 3 days ago that you never resolved, and the fact that your kid is acting up in school. All of that is hitting you at the exact same time, and what do? You just sit there, you freeze. You let the anxiety wash over you like a wave, and you just take it. You just accept it. Why do you do that to yourself? You have got to stop doing that. You have got to understand that stress is a thief. It does not just ruin your day. It sneaks into your house and it steals your peace. It steals your joy. It steals your health, and worst of all, it steals the person you really are. Stress turns you into somebody you do not even recognize. It makes you short with your kids. It makes you snap at your partner. It makes you bitter at your friends. It makes you sit in silence at dinner because you are physically present, but your mind is 1,000 miles away, fighting a war that does not even exist yet. I need you to think about how this is affecting the people around you. You think you are handling it. You think you are keeping it together, but let me tell you what your partner sees. Your partner sees you walking through the front door with a dark cloud over your head. They see the heavy sigh when you take your shoes off. They see you zoning out when they are talking to you. And at first they try to help. They ask you what is wrong. They try to rub your shoulders. They try to get you to laugh. But what do? You push them away. You say you are fine. You say you just had a long day, but you are not fine, and they know you are not fine. So after a while, they stop asking. They stop trying to pull you out of it because they realize they cannot. And now you have created a distance between you and the one person who is supposed to be in your corner. You are letting stress build a wall in your own house, brick by brick, day by day, and then you wonder why the relationship feels cold. You wonder why you guys are not connecting like you used to. It is because you have let the stress become the third person in your marriage. It is sitting right there at the dinner table with you every single night. And do not even get me started on how you are treating yourself. Look at your habits. Look at what you do when the pressure gets too high. You are not resting, you are escaping. There is a huge difference. Rest is when you actually recharge your spirit. Escaping is when you scroll on your phone for 3 hours, or drink a six-pack, or eat a whole pizza at 11 o'clock at night, or binge watch a show until your eyes burn, just so you do not have to think about your life for a few hours. You are numbing out. You are trying to turn the volume down on the noise in your head, but the problem is when you wake up the next morning, the noise is still there. In fact, it is louder, because now you have the same problems you had yesterday, plus the guilt of wasting another night doing nothing to fix them. You are running from a shadow. You are running from something that cannot hurt you if you just stop and face it. But facing it requires you to be honest with yourself, and that is the hardest thing in the world for a person to do. It is so much easier to just stay busy. It is so much easier to complain. It is so much easier to blame your boss, blame the economy, blame your parents, blame the government, blame your partner. Anybody but you. Because as long as it is somebody else's fault, you do not have to change. As long as the problem is out there, you do not have to look in here. But I am telling you right now, the moment you look in the mirror and you take full responsibility for the mess you are in, that is the exact moment the stress starts to lose its power over you. I want to talk to the person who is stressing over money right now, because I know that is a lot of you. You are losing sleep over numbers in a bank account. You are letting a three-digit number dictate your mood, your confidence, and your self-worth. Let me break something down for you. Money is just a tool. That is all it is. It is a tool to buy food, to keep a roof over your head, and to provide experiences. But you have made money your god. You have tied your entire identity to what you have in your pocket. And when what you have in your pocket is not enough, you feel like you are not enough. You feel like a failure. You feel like you are letting everybody down. Let me tell you something about your worth. Your worth is not attached to your bank account. Your worth was established the day you were born, but society has tricked you. Society has sold you this lie that you need all these things to be respected. You need the car, you need the clothes, you need the house in the right neighborhood. And so you go out and you buy all this stuff to impress people who do not even care about you. People who are not paying your bills, people who are not praying for you. You are stressing yourself to the bone to keep up an image that is a complete lie. You are living a lifestyle you cannot afford, trying to impress people who would not even bring you a cup of soup if you got sick. You hear what I am saying to you. You have got to let that go. You have got to be willing to look uncool. You have got to be willing to say no. You have got to be willing to drive the older car, live in the smaller place, and wear the regular clothes until you get your foundation right. Because the stress you are feeling right now is the price of pretending, and it is a price you cannot afford to keep paying. Now, I want to talk to the person who is stressed over a relationship. Man, this is a heavy one. This is the one that really tears people apart from the inside. You are stressing because you love somebody who is not giving you what you need. You are stressing because you are pouring your heart, your time, your energy, your money into somebody, and they are just taking it and giving you nothing but confusion in return. You are lying in bed at night wondering where you stand. You are analyzing text messages. You are trying to read between the lines of a phone call. You are walking on eggshells trying not to upset them, trying to keep the peace, trying to make them see your value. And they still do not see it. Let me tell you why you are stressed. You are stressed because your spirit is telling you to leave, but your fear is telling you to stay. You are stressed because you know the truth, but you do not want to accept the truth. You know what I am talking about. You know deep down in your gut that this person is not going to change. You know that they are not going to suddenly wake up one day and become the partner you deserve. But you keep holding on because you are afraid of being alone. You are afraid of starting over. You are afraid of what people are going to say. So you stay, and every day you stay, you lose a little piece of yourself. Your confidence goes down. Your light dims. You start accepting behavior that you swore you would never accept, and the stress is eating you alive because you are living a lie. You are pretending to be happy when you are miserable. You are smiling on the outside while you are dying on the inside. I need you to hear me on this. Love does not require you to lose your mind. A real relationship is supposed to bring you peace, not panic. If being with somebody gives you more anxiety than joy, you are in the wrong situation, period. It does not matter how long you have been together. It does not matter how much history you have. If it is destroying your peace, it has to go. You have got to find the courage to choose yourself. Because if you do not choose yourself, nobody else is going to do it for you. You will sit there for 10 more years, stressed out of your mind, watching your life pass you by, hoping and praying that somebody will finally see your worth. But the problem is not that they do not see your worth. The problem is that you do not see your own worth. Because if you did, you would not tolerate the treatment. I want to shift gears a little bit and talk about the stress you are carrying from your past. This is the sneaky one. This is the stress that you do not even realize is weighting you down. You are stressed right now because you are still carrying baggage from 5 years ago. You are still mad about something somebody said to you. You are still hurt by something that happened to you when you were younger. You have got these open wounds that you have never let heal, and every time the wind blows a certain way, it stings all over again. You have got to let the past go. I know people say that all the time, and it sounds so simple, but I want you to really think about what it means. Carrying anger towards somebody who hurt you is like drinking poison and expecting them to die. They are out there living their life. They are sleeping fine at night. They are not stressing over you. But you are letting them live rent-free in your head, tearing up your peace, ruining your present, and destroying your future. Why would you give that kind of power to somebody who did not even respect you enough to treat you right in the first place? You have got to evict them from your mind. You have got to forgive them. Now listen to me. Forgiveness does not mean you are saying what they did was okay. It does not mean you are weak. Forgiveness is simply you deciding that your peace is more important than your punishment. You are saying, I am no longer going to let what you did to me control how I feel today. That takes strength. That takes real guts. But the moment you do it, a weight will lift off of you that you did not even know you could live without. You have got to clean out your emotional closet. You cannot move into your future if you are still holding onto the junk from your past. It is too heavy, it is slowing you down. Drop the bags, leave them right there. Now let us talk about the future. Let us talk about the stress of the unknown. This is what keeps so many of you up at night. You are stressing over things that have not even happened yet. You are creating movies in your mind of worst-case scenarios. You are lying in the dark imagining yourself failing, imagining yourself losing everything, imagining people talking about you, imagining yourself ending up alone. And you are getting stressed over a movie that you are the director of. You are scaring yourself for no reason. Do you realize that the majority of the things you stress about never actually happen? Studies show that like 80% of the things we worry about are completely made up. They are illusions. They are tricks your mind plays on you because your mind is trying to protect you from pain. Your mind says, if I think about the worst thing that could happen, I will be prepared for it. But all you are doing is living through the pain twice. You are suffering in your imagination, and then if the bad thing actually happens, you suffer in reality. You cannot live like that. You have got to train your mind to stay in the present. When your mind starts racing to the future, you have to grab it by the collar and pull it right back to this exact moment. What is happening right now? Right in this second, are you breathing? Are you safe? Are you healthy? Then you are good. You are better than good. You are blessed. But you do not feel blessed because you are too busy looking at what you do not have and what might go wrong instead of looking at what you do have and what is going right. I need to talk to the people who are stressing because they feel like they are behind in life. This is an epidemic right now. You look at social media and you see people your age buying houses, getting married, getting promotions, taking vacations, and you look at your own life and you feel like you are failing. You feel like time is running out. You feel like you missed your chance. Let me tell you something straight up. Social media is a highlight reel. It is not reality. People only post their wins. They do not post the tears. They do not post the debt. They do not post the therapist bills. They do not post the arguments behind closed doors. You are comparing your behind the scenes to everybody else's highlight reel, and it is making you crazy. You have got to stop comparing your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. Your journey is your journey. It is not a race. There is no finish line where they hand out a prize for getting there first. The prize is the life you live while you are getting there. You are exactly where you are supposed to be, but you do not believe that. You think you should be further along. Well, who told you that? Who set the timeline for your life? Did you sit down and create a master plan when you were 10 years old and say, I have to have this done by 25 and this done by 30? No, you just absorbed the expectations of the world. You let society write a script for your life, and now you are stressing because you are not hitting your marks on time. Tear up the script, write your own. You are not behind. You are just on your own path, and sometimes your path has some detours. Sometimes it goes through the mud. Sometimes it goes up a steep hill, but that does not mean you are lost. It just means your story is going to be more interesting when you get to the top. Let me get a little deeper with you. I want to talk about the stress that comes from not knowing who you are. A lot of you are stressed because you are living a life that does not belong to you. You are living out somebody else's dream. You went to college because your parents said you should. You took that job because society said it was a good job. You married that person because it was the right thing to do at the time. And now you are sitting there 20 years later feeling completely empty. You are successful on paper but miserable in your soul. That kind of stress is the worst kind because you cannot even explain it to people. They look at you and they say, what do you have to be stressed about? You have a good job, you have a nice house, you have a family, and you just nod your head because they would not understand. They would not understand that you feel like you are suffocating. You feel like you are wearing a costume every day. You feel like a fraud, and the stress is killing you because you are betraying yourself. You are denying your true purpose. You have gifts inside of you that you are not using. You have a calling on your life that you are ignoring because it does not make sense on paper. It does not come with a guaranteed paycheck. It does not impress people at dinner parties, but it is the thing that would set your soul on fire. You have got to find the courage to be who you really are. You have got to stop living for the approval of others and start living for the alignment of your own spirit. When you are doing what you were put here to do, stress does not disappear, but it changes. It becomes manageable. It becomes the kind of stress that pushes you forward instead of crushing you. But as long as you are pretending, the weight is going to keep getting heavier. I want to talk about how you handle the days when it all hits the fan. Because, let us be real, no matter how much you meditate, no matter how many videos you watch, no matter how positive you try to be, there are going to be days when life just punches you in the mouth. The car breaks down, the kid gets sick, the job lays you off, the relationship falls apart, the money runs out. What do you do then? How do you handle the stress when the situation is actually bad? This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you find out what you are really made of. Most people fall apart. Most people panic. Most people start crying and ask God why this is happening to them. But I need you to understand something. The storm is not coming to destroy you. The storm is coming to promote you. Every single crisis in your life is an opportunity for a breakthrough. But you do not see it as an opportunity because you are too busy looking at the problem instead of looking for the lesson. When you get hit with something devastating, you have to train yourself to pause. Just stop, breathe. Do not react immediately, because when you react out of emotion, you usually make a decision that makes things worse. You say something you cannot take back. You quit a job you should have kept. You walk out of a relationship over something that could have been fixed. You have got to learn to sit in the discomfort. You have got to learn to be still. In that stillness, you will find your clarity. You will hear that small voice inside you telling you what to do next. But you cannot hear that voice if you are screaming, if you are panicking, if you are rushing around trying to fix everything in 5 minutes. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do when everything is falling apart is to just stand there, get your footing, assess the damage, and then make a move from a place of strength, not weakness. I also need to talk to you about the people you have around you. You are stressed in part because of the company you keep. You cannot hang around stressed out, negative, complaining people and expect to have peace. It is impossible. Stress is contagious. Misery loves company. And if you are sitting around a table with people who do nothing but talk about how hard life is, how unfair the world is, how broke they are, how terrible their boss is, guess what? You are going to leave that table feeling exactly the same way. You have got to protect your energy like it is the most valuable thing you own, because it is. You have got to start doing an audit of your circle. Look at the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are they growing? Are they positive? Are they pushing you to be better? Or are they dragging you down? Are they energy vampires? Do they suck the life out of you every time you talk to them? If they are, you have got to distance yourself. And I know that is hard. I know these might be people you have known for years. They might be family members. But you have to understand that your peace is worth more than their comfort. You can love people from a distance. You can pray for them, but you do not have to sit in the mud with them. You have to elevate your circle if you want to elevate your life. Because as long as you are surrounded by people who think small, you are going to stay small. As long as you are around people who are comfortable being miserable, you are going to stay miserable. You need to get around people who have what you want, people who have the peace you are looking for, people who have the success you are striving for. And when you get around those people, watch how fast your mindset starts to change. Watch how fast you start to realize that your stress is not as big as you thought it was. It just felt big because you were in a small environment. Now, I want to give you some practical things you can start doing today, because motivation without application is just entertainment. You can listen to me talk all day long, you can feel good for 10 minutes, and then tomorrow morning you are going to wake up right back in the same mess if you do not do something different. So here is what you are going to do. Number 1, and this is non-negotiable, you have got to start your day in silence. Before you touch your phone, before you turn on the television, before you talk to anybody, you have to give yourself 15 to 20 minutes of pure silence. Just sit there, breathe, pray if you are a praying person, meditate if that is your thing, but you have to center yourself before the world starts throwing things at you. If you start your day by looking at emails or looking at the news or looking at social media, you are giving other people the remote control to your emotions. You are letting them set the tone for your day. Do not do that. Take control. Start your day on your terms. Next, you have got to write things down. Your mind is a terrible office. It is a terrible place to keep files. You have got all these thoughts, all these worries, all these to-do lists bouncing around in your head like a screensaver, and it is driving you crazy. Get a piece of paper, get a notebook, write it all down, get it out of your head and onto the paper. When you see it on paper, it is not as scary anymore. It is just a list, and a list can be handled. You can check things off a list, but a ghost in your mind will haunt you forever. Write it down, make a plan, and then only focus on the next step. Do not look at the whole mountain, just look at the next step. If you are 3 months behind on your mortgage, do not think about the whole 3 months right now. That will paralyze you. Just think about today. What can I do today? Who can I call today? What small step can I take today? You just take one step, then tomorrow you take another one, and before you know it, you will look back and realize you have climbed the whole mountain. You also have got to take care of your body. I know you do not want to hear this, but your body and your mind are connected. You cannot eat garbage, never drink water, never sleep, never move your body, and then wonder why you feel mentally exhausted. You are running a machine on no oil and no gas and wondering why the engine is smoking. You have got to respect your body. Drink some water, go for a walk, get some sunlight, go to bed at a decent hour, stop staying up until 2 in the morning doom, scrolling. Your brain needs time to reset. Your body needs time to heal from the stress of the day. If you just fix your sleep, half of your stress will disappear. I promise you, when you are tired, every problem looks 10 times bigger than it actually is. But when you are rested, you can handle almost anything. You have more patience, you have more clarity, you make better decisions. Treat your body like it is the only place you have to live, because it is. And finally, you have got to learn to say no. This is a big one. You are stressed because you are saying yes to things you do not want to do, for people you do not even care about, out of a fear of disappointing them. You are volunteering for things. You are going to events you hate. You are lending money you do not have. You are taking on extra work that is not your responsibility, and you are doing it all because you want people to like you. You want to be seen as a good person, but let me tell you something. A good person who is dead tired, broke, and miserable is no good to anybody. You have got to put yourself first. That is not selfish. That is smart. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You have got to fill your own cup up first, and then you can pour into others. So the next time somebody asks you for something and your stomach drops, just say no. You do not need a long excuse. You do not need to apologize. Just say, I would love to help, but I cannot right now. And leave it at that. If they get mad, let them be mad. That is their problem, not yours. You have to guard your time and your energy like a bulldog guards a bone. I want to speak directly to the person who is on the verge of giving up. I know you are out there. You are listening to this right now, and you are thinking, this sounds good, but you do not know my situation. You do not know what I have been through. You do not know how many times I have tried and failed. You are thinking about quitting. You are thinking about walking away from your family, your business, your dreams, your goals. You are just tired of the fight. I need you to listen to me very carefully. Do not quit on a bad day. You hear me? Do not make a permanent decision based on a temporary feeling. The pain you are feeling right now is real. I am not going to dismiss it. It hurts. It is heavy. It is dark. But it is not permanent. Nothing in life is permanent except death. Everything else changes. The economy changes. Relationships change. Your health can change. Your finances can change. But you cannot experience the change if you check out early. You have to stay in the game. You have to keep breathing. You have to keep moving, even if it is just crawling. Even if you are just taking baby steps, just keep going, because you never know what is right around the corner. You never know what connection you are going to make tomorrow. You never know what idea is going to hit you in the shower next week. You never know who is watching you, who is praying for you, who is about to open a door for you that you did not even know existed. But you have to be there to walk through it. You have to be alive to receive it. So wipe your face, take a deep breath, and decide right now that you are going to fight. Not because it is easy, but because you are a fighter. You have survived 100% of your bad days so far. Your track record is perfect. You have made it through every single hard time in your life up to this point. So what makes you think you cannot make it through this one? You can, you will, but you have to believe it. Let me talk to you a little bit about faith, because for me, this is the foundation of everything. You can call it God, you can call it the universe, you can call it a higher power, whatever works for you. But you have to believe in something bigger than yourself. You have to understand that you are not doing this alone, even when it feels like it. You have got to trust that there is a plan for your life, and sometimes that plan involves some pain. Sometimes that plan involves some detours. Sometimes you end up in a place you did not want to be, only to find out later that it was exactly where you needed to be to learn the lesson that would take you to the next level. You cannot see the whole picture right now. You are looking at the back of the tapestry, and all you see are the messy knots and the loose threads. It looks ugly, it does not make sense, but God is looking at the front, and from the front it is a masterpiece. You have got to trust the process. You have got to trust that the struggle is not there to break you. It is there to build you. It is there to make you stronger. It is there to give you a testimony. Because when you finally get through this, and you will, you are going to look back and you are going to realize that the stress was actually the soil that grew your strength. Without the dark times, you would not appreciate the light. Without the struggle, you would not have the compassion to help other people. Your mess is going to become your message, but you have got to walk through the fire to get the gold. I want to close by bringing it all back to you and the person looking back at you in the mirror. That person needs you. That person needs you to stand up for them. That person needs you to stop being so hard on them. You are your own worst critic. You say things to yourself that you would never say to another human being. You beat yourself up over mistakes. You call yourself stupid. You call yourself a failure. You look at your reflection and you pick apart every flaw. You have got to stop that. You have got to start treating yourself with the same grace and kindness that you would offer to a friend. You are doing the best you can with the tools you have. Are you perfect? No. Have you made mistakes? Yes. Have you fallen down? Absolutely. But you are still here. And the fact that you are still here means you still have a chance. You still have time. It is not over. The clock has not run out. The referee has not blown the whistle. You are still in the ring, so put your gloves back up. Stop holding your head down. Look life right in the eye and let it know that you are not going out like this. You are not going to let stress win. You are not going to let fear win. You are not going to let your past win. You are going to take your life back, starting today, starting right now, in this very moment. You are going to take a deep breath. You are going to let the weight fall off your shoulders, and you are going to walk into the rest of your day with a new mindset. A mindset of power, a mindset of peace, a mindset of purpose. You are going to decide that no matter what is happening around you, you are going to be okay on the inside. Because that is the only thing you can control. You cannot control the world, but you can control you. And when you master yourself, the world cannot touch you, the stress cannot break you, the problems cannot defeat you, because you will finally know who you are. And when you know who you are, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. So let it go, all of it. Let it go right now. Drop the weight. Walk out of the dark. Step into your light. And live the life you were supposed to live. You hear me? Live your life. It is yours. Claim it.